half. With silage, I've got 2 full rows and a partial. That was almost a full row as well. So hopefully I should see a lot more hay next cut. I definitely need hay because the sheeps need the hay and the horses need the hay and the cows need the hay. So actually having a good supply of it. And I am going to drive over here. Oh, I'm running low on diesel. We're going to need a lot more diesel for spring, I think. But I think as far as winter is concerned, unless our animals run out of food, we're kind of done. Alrighty, you are full. We'll call that full. Scooch that in a little bit more. All right, that is farming for the day. So I think, oh hi dear, should have a dog. I think I should have a dog. Oh, animals. Cows, pigs, sheep, horses, chickens. What about the dog? Oh, okay. Back. Construction. Sheds, silos, containers, tools, farmhouses. Oh, cow pasture, sheep, chickens, bees, others. Doghouse, there we go. I think dog. Ooh. You're not going to let me put it close to the house. In that case, I think I might put it that way. And ding. There, we have a dog. Yay, doggy. Let's go say hi to the dog. Sorry, it's snowing. There. Now I'm back to being me. Hi, dog. Okay. Should we pick up the ball? Okay, the ball vanished. That's unfortunate. Let's Sally. Hi, Sally. Whoa, crazy dog. Okay. Well, that's a dog thing for you. Alrighty. So I think, as far as January is concerned, we are good and done. So we will sleep through. We'll check the store each day. We'll check the store contracts and see what's happening. So we got up to there. There is a Farm Tech trailer. That's kind of good. There's one of those. There's a very expensive sugar beet harvester. One of those. Don't need one of those. Wow, that has a huge tank. That's expensive. Scary expensive. That is a subsoiler. Don't need one of those. I already have one. That's a planter. Don't need one of those. And that's a big giant bucket that could go on the front of one of those. Either way, don't need any of that. Check. Animals. You have food. You have food. You have food. It's 43,800 litres of food. That's okay. You have food. Okay. Contracts. There is 2 cultivating contracts, but there's no cultivator for sale, so I'm not going to do those. So we can go back to sleep. We can sleep for another day. Oh yeah. Weather does not look too bad at the moment. So, what do I need to look at now? Oh, I need to deal with some stuff. So, there's one of those. There is a manure truck. Don't need one. There are contracts, animals. Still, horses are good, chickens are good. Cows, we are going through that total mixed ration kind of quick. How's the straw? We still have a ton of straw there. Sheeps are good. Horses are good. Okay, and contracts I think we checked. However, we have a problem. So, I could do something crazy like just move the wool and the other stuff. I think a better option might be to eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Go and sell some stuff. So I'm going to grab our little flat trailer. Again, I'm not sure I'm going to keep this for long either. Unfortunately, I've got a bale lifter collector thing, and I've got this thing. I might need to think about a bigger bale trailer, especially if I go into square bales. Not going to be a thing for a while. Oh, we have to think about stuff here. Let's hitch that. And this is kind of the problem with this tractor is I mean, it has a wonderful size wheelbase, and it can grab all of that, not a problem. But maneuvering it so that it's lined up with stuff, not quite so easy. Hopefully that is close enough. I think I've only got enough room for get two of each. Let us go there. Sheep barn. Yeah, we'll grab the milk as well. It's not 100%, but it's close enough that maybe in the future we'll keep an eye when there is a when there are full bales, I may move them off. Might get a skid steer for things like that. Just something little that I can lift a pallet up, move it somewhere when I'm not planning to sell things yet. Okay guys, you can go back to producing milk and wool. We'll take these to people who want them. I just don't know where to take them at the moment, so that button there, button there. Okay. Prices. Goat. Ep5e for goat. Actually, it's not a bad price. 5,400, 5,500 is the maximum. Dairy is a good place to sell it. And then wool goes to the bale sell point. Prices are not wonderful, but it is what it is. Alrighty, and heighted the horses. Let's go find. Well, looks like it's in town, so that's a good start. And there's our dog. So we now have 5 animals on the farm, 5 types of animals. 6 types of animals. Multiple breeds of animals on the farm, because we've got 2 types of cows and 2 types of sheeps. Okay. So I think the bale sell point might be at the end of the street. But since we do have wool production, and it's producing quite quickly, I can't use a farm spinnery. I would have to have a spinnery building. This map doesn't have one, but at least better than the last map we were on. There is somewhere to sell wool, so that's a bonus. So looks like the snow ends today, although the fields have... There is no snow on the fields at the moment. The roads, they're probably a little bit frozen. They're probably a lot frozen. 5 degrees? Let's That's the thing. Although temperatures could get up to 40 today. What's our temperature doing? Still below 70 in the real world. Okay, so 20 to 10. So we're going to get, I think we're going to make it to spring. Because once we've sold this stuff, I think food is good for the animals. As I said, I want to try and drain out some of that hay so that I can put more total mixed ration in the cow pen. The cows will eat the best food. So I'm kind of limited as to how much total mixed ration I can put in there because it's full of hay too. Okay. Ooh, hello. It's the ups man. Or maybe it's USPS. Don't know. Okay, somewhere along here. Maybe at the end. Kind of. No. Yes, the big yellow building. Oh, so we have to go across the train tracks. Hopefully we make it before. Of course, I could be looking at the map and that would have told me where I want to go. But, there is usually a mod that allows you to change when the barriers drop. So the lights will start flashing. There will be a delay before the barriers start. So the lights will start flashing early. And that's a good thing. Oh, this is the animal dealer. Because default, it can be very difficult to cross train tracks in a tractor when goat milk. Tag. I'm pretty sure this is over behind the stores, yes. But occasionally, if the lights start flashing, the barriers come down immediately and then you get stuck and then you go airborne. And then things get lost. So, if there's more warning of the flashing lights, then by the time the barrier comes down, and we're back up to 88,000 money. That's you can be clear. So, I mean, it's still a case of if the lights start flashing, do not run the crossing. But at least the lights start flashing, you have ample warning if you're crossing the lines, you don't get crushed immediately. I don't think I've got that mod downloaded. Partly because most of the maps I play are British, and most of the British maps do not have railroad crossings on them. Because they're British and they don't call them railroad crossings. I think a lot of the time Oxygen David will put a bridge over the train tracks or under the train tracks. So there are trains. You can't interact with them. They're just an atmosphere creator. Well, it looks like I'm not the only one who leaves my bales out in the snow. We'll buy that farm one day. And this tractor could probably use a top-up of diesel as well. take a look at that. So Jan 3, Jan 4. So I think March is the beginning of spring, although I don't think I can plant anything. I can plant a couple of things in March. But yeah, spring is when March is when spring happens. Spring is when March happens. Yeah, I think March is when spring happens. So we can deal with that. But that's when field prep will start, and we'll be able to do a bunch of contracts, do some of our fields. And then I think we're probably not going to be planting till April or May, because we have late spring crops for the most part. Well, we'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this trailer back where I got it from. Oh, I'm wearing a good jacket for weather. This is a good thing. Okay, let's get this refueled. Oh, we have 4 litres of diesel. Okay then. Well, that's probably empty now. I'm not expecting us to need anything much in the way of tractors for a day or two. So I will leave off ordering some diesel for the farm until spring comes. So engine off, and we can jump out. I think we'll close the barn. So we will order diesel in spring, probably after we've done some things. Oh, the ball's back. Huh. Okay then. Sally wants to play with the ball. And I am going to go back to bed for a month. So, sleep until... That only took us an hour. Only took us 20 minutes of real world time. Now, as we start getting into March, April, I'm going to start shifting back the wake up time. Alrighty, what have we got? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hello. So this is dig sugar beets out of the ground. It's not a big discount. It's an 8R. We already have one. I did add the straw harvest pack. Now, that would give me a much more functional round baler. Won't let me wrap stuff, but it will let me harvest stuff. 33% off. 8% off a Breedle lime spreader, which we need. Or I can let lease one again. No big deal there. I am not going to buy anything today, so we can head into February. Again, it's a winter month. There's nothing I can do this month. Although, it's February, there may be some ground digging contracts which might pay nicely. So I should check those this month. Massey Ferguson 7S. Well, that's nice to know. Cavernon Plough. Nah. A Kern round baler that's a lot cheaper than the Doody. Oh, Clucky Streak. Now that's a lot of Easter eggs. Well, I guess I've manufactured a lot of eggs. I haven't manufactured any eggs. My chickens have. That's cool. But we got a thing. 99,000. That's 155 to 210. See, that would be a good size tractor. Hi, doggy. And contracts. Let's have a look at contracts. There is ploughing contracts. No. Not too interested in that. Hi, dog. You can sit there and don't eat the chickens. I wish to come around here, have a look at the eggs. Well, I'm not seeing much in the way of eggs here. Not much more eggs than we had last time we came by. So let's have a look at... Okay, chickens. 1,356 eggs. They still have a ton of food. Cows. Total mixed ration is still good. See, the thing is once the total mixed ration is gone, they'll start eating the hay, their health will drop to 80%. So their productivity will drop to 80%, actually. I think that just affects the productivity. So that'll drop to 80%. Then they'll drop to meadow once all the hay is gone, and I'll top up the total mixed ration to full, and it'll last longer because a third of my capacity is hay. Hay. Okay. Sheeps still have a ton of food. Horses. See, this is not going down quickly either, but I do need root crops to boost them that last 5%. I think the horse helper does the horsey stuff at 9 o'clock. They modified when it happens because people were thinking, oh, it doesn't happen, and then because it didn't happen till like midnight. If you haven't